Hello, my name is Charles. In order to experience yourself as authentic, you need to be able to fully embrace the child within. The inner child is constantly trying to get our attention, but many of us have forgotten how to listen. When we ignore our true feelings and gut instincts, we are ignoring the inner child. When we talk ourselves out of childlike needs with the excuse that they're not rational or practical, not the adult thing to do, we abandon the inner child. When we feel the need to cry over the loss of a loved one, or run through the park waving our arms, jumping for joy because of some good news, we cut ourselves short by saying, "You can't do that, you look silly and mad to others. It's not the adult thing to do." The inner child then gets locked in the closet. When our inner child is blocked, we are robbed of our natural spontaneity and zest for life. The first 7 years of our lives are very important. Our conditioning and upbringing during this time is where we learn how to be a human and where we are programmed to carry forward that conditioning through our adolescent and adult years, shaping how we show up in the world. The pressure society places upon us to grow up and become responsible adults means we lose that connection to our childlike selves. Hurts and traumas experienced during those times remain internalized and become ingrained in our subconscious. Unknowingly, they then play out in our later years because we attract people, places, things, times, and events which mirror the energies and belief systems that have been created in our being, yet we are unconscious of them. Who is this child living within? Why is it trapped inside? What does it have to offer you? In order to survive in this world, we have all denied the child within to one degree or another. Growing up in an era of crime, wars, racism, abuse, addictions, environmental and health threats make the unworld safe for that sensitive, vulnerable part of us. So it hides deeper within, especially if you, as a child, actually experienced abuse of any kind. We cannot be whole, happy adults without bringing the inner child out and into our lives and allowing it to express itself, thereby healing it. Recurring emotional and physical problems in adulthood could be a sign that the inner child is trying to speak. Imagine this scenario. A man in his early 40s begins a relationship with a single mother with a 10-year-old son. This man notices how he begins to feel resentful of how this boy would receive the security, love, and protection from both parents. His parents were divorced, but he would not want for anything from them. His parents had even tried to outdo each other with their attentions on the boy. So there's this adult man feeling envious of a little boy. That man was me. Why? Having already spent many years on the spiritual path and personal development, I had previously recognized the effect an absent father had on my life and had undergone therapy for it. I was forced to grow up in the household before time and essentially took on the role of young adult way too soon. I didn't get to have a childhood where I could just be a child. The conflict from my 10-year-old inner child screaming for attention as if it were to say, "Why is he getting the attention when I didn't?" Her son and my inability to reconcile these emotions at that time broke up our relationship. In that previous therapy work, I'd never once considered my inner child. I knew about it, but didn't really understand its dynamic and how to experience it. Once I was taught how to contact and experience my inner child, I was able to discover its needs and wishes and give it what it needed and needs. In my program, you'll learn about the hand mind inner child connection and how to reconnect with it if you haven't already done so. In my first experience of it, I couldn't even hug that 10-year-old version of me. Imagine that. What about you? Are there any instances in your life where you can feel that your inner child is hurting? Comment below, like, subscribe, and share with someone you may feel it appropriate to share with. I'll see you on the next one.